to cut debt. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 15 to 25,000 even. S&P 500 up 23 to 2,704. NASDAQ up 99 to 7,282. 30-year Treasury yield closed at 3%. 10-year finished at 2.63%. Spot price of gold up 27 cents to $1,320.24. Crude oil down 21 cents to $54.02. This is financial advisor Ryan Moore of Edward Jones, member SIPC, located in Deer Park, Washington, reporting for KCHW, Northern Lights Public Radio.
Good morning from 49 degrees north. This is Emily with your snow condition report on Friday, February 1st. It is currently 32 degrees at the base and 27 degrees at the top of the mountain with partly cloudy skies and winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour at the summit. The forecast is calling for snow today around 10 a.m. Chairs 1, 3, 4, and 5 are open today from 9 to 4, and the groomers hit Portal, Rook, Knight, Silver Jack, Queen, and King, Mare's Gold, Single Jack, Silver Dollar, New Prospector, Loose Box, and Treasure Hill last night. King will be closed today, tomorrow, and Sunday for our Fast Blast race. Please obey all posted signs. Check out the full grooming report, upcoming events, and snow condition updates at ski49n.com and on social media. We'll see you soon.
Is that a little better?
Yeah, it's a little
You want it louder?
No, that hurts.
Rock it out. Brandon's shaking his head, but if you look at the camera, he doesn't even have his headphones on. Turn it up, huh?
He's got a half on and half off.
Ah. Here we go. Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7, better known as Northern Lights Public Radio, the music education station. I think we're streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully. I think we are, so everybody wave at her. Hey, YouTube.
Yeah, it's right here
Right
now.
there.
It's
All
just
right.
kind of creepy.
Don't point
still.
a gun at the camera. That's just creepy.
He was doing the...
All right,
right?
all right, let's twist that a little bit. I do have to say, you guys look beautiful on camera. All right?
whatever.
All right. Jean, really sleepy looking.
I am. Well, so it's... remember when I had the sinus surgery like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
So I have weather sinuses now.
Oh, weather sinuses.
Weather sinuses. So whenever there's any, Brandon, whenever there's any like major changes in temperature or about to be major temperature changes or barometric pressure changes, I feel it. So I've got like pain from my ears clear through like here.
It's also good to find water to dig a well.
Right.
The water
Actually,
sinuses.
I'm pretty good at water witching, by the way.
See,
Yeah.
there you go.
But I use rods for that.
It's been a minute and 30 seconds and my brain already hurts.
But thank you for rushing the hot water for me. That was like
You are.
massively appreciated today because of this.
I was early and getting like set up, and I had it all ready to go to press the button. And then what did I forget to do?
You forgot to press the button.
forgot to press the button.
That's okay. You do it every morning just for me, and I appreciate
all
that.
right.
Oh, but I
See,
forgot to bring
ladies,
your cup
I
over.
can serve.
And then I forgot to bring your cup.
Do you do things like that for your woman, Brandon? Even though she's like not my woman, but you know she's my co-host.
No.
No. Oh.
Sorry, Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan. You know, tell him he should be having something ready for you in the morning.
Well, sometimes I'm really bad. I'll make coffee, but just enough for me.
Oh, that's kind of evil. Do you guys wake up at different times, though?
We do.
Oh, well, then that makes total sense.
Yeah, because cold coffee is just gross.
Yeah.
You can stick
Unless
it
you
in the
add stuff to
microwave.
it. Oh, yeah. Do you have a Keurig? Is that your excuse?
No, we
Oh.
have a good coffee machine at home. Have a Keurig at work that I use sparingly.
Ah.
Sparingly because it's expensive?
It's like 8 times a day. It is expensive. The thing is, like, you can just, fill a coffee pot up for a little bit of the ground up coffee, and a K-cup is, like, really expensive.
They are. They are.
It seems super convenient, though. My mom had one, and when I left and I slid the little drawer out, I went, oh, she's almost out of pods. I guess they're getting real popular, though. All right. Should we do some
Yeah.
weather as people are sipping on their coffee? If you're watching on YouTube, this weather forecast may or may not apply to you.
So what is the weather, Gene? What do
It's-
your sinuses
So,
say?
It's
let's look.
if
Hey,
we
turn
thought
your
it
head.
was
Can you look up so we can see up your nose in the camera?
why?
I don't know. It just makes more sense if your nose is going to give us the weather.
No. It's gonna get really, really, really cold.
Oh.
That's all. I mean, Brandon can vouch. I'm not even looking at the weather, but it's about to get worse.
Okay, it's about to get worse.
Worse.
Now today, it's time to take a bath. 80% chance of showers down here in the valley.
I took mine last night.
All right, 35 for an overnight low. Morning clouds for your Saturday, then some afternoon sunshine, 40 and 32. Then for Sunday, rain, snow mix, 35. The temperature starts to drop at night, down to 20. 70% chance of precipitation on Sunday. And when we go into Monday, things will really change. It'll be cloudy, a high of 26, but that night will drop down to 12.
Oh.
Now, yesterday it said 6, so
It
they have
warmed up a
changed
little.
that.
Okay.
And then Tuesday right now, sunny, 22, and 7 for an
Oh,
overnight low.
see, there we go.
So you're going to want to leave your water dripping. If you've got something to plug in your car, I'd probably do that too.
Yeah.
Who still plugs in their car, Scott?
I do.
You do.
And I was helping a buddy with the front of his truck, and he had a plug on it the other morning.
Well,
so.
diesels usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I've got one of those. They're real handy. It's like a little miniature iron, and it's a giant magnet,
Yeah,
really heavy duty. Yeah, and you just plug it in, and you just kind of go under somewhere on your car that's metal, on the oil pan or somewhere, and it just clamps on there and keeps everything warm. And everybody else's car is going. Mine just goes boom. Well, oil's all nice and toasty. Yeah. People in Alaska, I think they have to do that every day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And fight off polar bears.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. Yeah.
Do you think it would work to fight off a polar bear with it, though?
Well, to plug in your car?
Yeah. Well, with the thing before you plug it on.
Oh, it's really hot. I accidentally touched it one time.
Yeah?
It melts your skin.
Ooh. Dang.
But it just kind of depends on how long you can hold it up against the bear, Gene.
Don't poke the bear.
Long enough for him to say, ow, or you. All right, so do you have some breakfast and lunch for our schools? Again, if you're watching on YouTube, this does not apply to you.
So this morning they're getting a cereal bar variety with the yummy yogurts again, fresh fruit juice, and their choice of milk. And then for lunch, it's that hamburger, hot dog, or fish witch on a bun with French fries, carrots, apple slices, and ice cream cup.
Very
to go along
nice.
with the milk. And I gotta think, Brandon, while I was running to get my hot cup this morning,
Yes.
Brandon got those ready for me.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Yay!
Because I was like panicking that I needed to do those and get them ready, and he did it for me. So thank you, Brandon. So he did a nice thing, so don't dog on him.
Did you happen to watch Brandon and mine's podcast? It aired this morning on the radio, but we put it up on YouTube last night.
Oh.
And in that podcast, Brandon brought a friend, Colin, who is a reporter for the newspaper.
Oh,
And at one
okay.
point, I'm trying to interview Colin, and he's kind of resistant. Would you say that, Brandon? Is that
yeah,
a fair
just a
word?
little
So
bit.
you find women and men resistant to you, Scott?
Yeah, both sexes definitely resistant to Scott. He just kind of resistant, and I was asking him about, because he said investigative reporter. That piqued my curiosity.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I started asking him, and I said, do we have any cool investigative stories coming up? And Brandon jumped in the middle, like on fire, and stopped him from saying anything. Yeah, I mean, like, so much that they should hire Brandon to be Trump's handler.
No. Keep the phone away.
But
Wow.
So now my interest is really piqued.
There must be some really
So-
good stories if Brandon was all over. No,
Yes,
huh?
So I just kind of have this feeling under my skin. There's something big about to pop. Can you just tell me if I'm correct, Brandon?
No.
Dang it. You were all kinds of excited over nothing?
Will there be something? Will there be big news in this coming week's Chula Independent?
Big news, huh?
Yeah.
I cannot
You can
reveal
either confirm or deny.
Or deny.
Oh, what good is it palling up with the newspaper if I can't get the scoop?
Because we can't scoop them.
I know. I just
that
want.
would just
I was
be
trying to give him the
terrible.
opportunity to say yes, there will be something big in the newspaper, and that would just like drive sales.
Oh, yes, something very big.
Yes. So whether
Pick up
there,
that
Very
paper.
big.
whether there is or there isn't, just say yes,
Very
Brandon.
big.
Yes.
Okay, Brandon said yes. All right.
That may or may
So
not be the
apparently-
winning lottery numbers.
Apparently, I'm better with men. Yay, somebody said yes. Are you creeped out yet, Brandon?
A little bit.
Just wait till me and Gene change places.
Uh-oh.
What?
We change places, and you run, and I go sit by Brandon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, I was kind of excited about pushing the buttons.
All right, we got some good news this morning.
What's that?
Another
news.
study.
Oh, good.
Oh, another
I love
study
studies.
to study studies?
Yes.
Okay.
This study has found the drunkest cities in America. The good folks at 24/7 Wall Street did a little analysis on the adult excessive drinking rate in 381 U.S. metro areas to just see how much America really likes to drink. They came up with a list of America's drunkest cities. The state with the biggest representation, Wisconsin.
Yay!
Why am I not surprised? There's nothing to do out there but drink.
In fact, they top the first 4 cities.
Did they really?
Yes. And the last one,
Wow.
too. Plus, they've got a couple in the middle. It's ridiculous. All right. So just the cities in Wisconsin. Milwaukee.
They like
Well, their
beer.
baseball team is the Brewers.
What's that say, right?
Yeah.
Always a place that kind of scared me. Sheboygan.
Yeah. I've been there.
All right.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Fond du Lac.
They gotta have
yeah.
beer to go along with their fondue.
Yeah, that's right. It's a great place to eat chocolate-covered strawberries, I guess.
Yeah, cheesy stuff.
Okay, La Crosse. You folks, there's only 20 of these, and like 10 of them are in Wisconsin. Wausau. All right, a place that I'm kind of familiar with. We'll throw this one in. Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
There is nothing else to do.
Wow.
All right, closest city to us would be Missoula, Montana, so...
Oh.
You want a little vacation where you can tie one on? That should be a good spot.
Yep.
Madison, Wisconsin. Okay, so we had number 5, Fargo, North Dakota. So one of the most rural states in the country comes in with 2 cities. So that's pretty impressive.
Wow.
And then the top 4, Madison. These are all in Wisconsin. Madison, Appleton, Eau Claire, and Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Eau Claire is like a huge pagan settlement.
Really?
It is.
So they have a lot of wine.
Yes, yeah. You can also get an eclair there in Eau Claire.
Ha ha ha.
See what you did there.
Oh, I twisted it up,
Wah,
didn't
wah,
I?
wah.
Did Chihuahua make the list?
Chihuahua was not on the list.
I'm surprised that no
Chihuahua
Utah
actually-
cities made the list.
Actually, Chihuahua made the list for the town with the bars that closed the earliest. When it comes to rolling up your sidewalk, we're number 1. Have you ever walked like downtown at like 11 o'clock?
Nope.
No, it's like a morgue. Hello, 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 hello.
Really?
Yeah, one time I popped into the it was like early summer. It was raining really hard, and I popped into the post office thing on the corner. Yeah, that's it, a post office. And we actually had a homeless person in the post office sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of surprising for me too.
We have homeless people now?
Well, we did. He was
We made it, Chihuahua!
he was only passing through.
Oh.
We're just a pass through for the. No.
Yeah, okay.
I guess it's a little too
Careful.
cold now.
Well, I remember coming out of work late at night in the summertime, and as I was locking the door, I had that creepy feeling, hey, there's somebody nearby, and I turned around and there was a guy sleeping behind the dumpster, like 4 feet from me. Oh. Yeah, right outside, before we had the pavement and the new pumps back there, and the dumpster was right by the back door. Oh, yeah, there he was.
Oh.
That was a little, yeah.
Brandon.
And I remember telling the guy, dude, you cannot sleep here. You have to go somewhere else. Go out in the field or something.
Well,
But-
I got kicked out of my apartment. It was very rude to kick me out from behind the dumpster. That wasn't nice.
You remember that night you had that weird guy peeking in your windows?
Oh, that is good.
And then you found out it was me? I'm going around the gas station, like peeking in the windows at her, trying to freak her out.
Yeah, but you know who likes to do that to me a lot, though? Brandon from the carpet store.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he
He's
loves
kinda evil that
scaring me.
way.
Yeah, because you always talk about scaring me. He likes to scare me now, too, when I'm at work.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I like that. That I can have effect on other people that has an effect on you.
Right? Yeah. So he'll
Does that qualify as a minion?
But he's bigger than you.
Oh.
Yeah, you're shorter than him, so
That's
who's
all right.
the minion?
That's all right. Who was that French guy that, like, conquered everybody and he was only 4 feet tall?
Napoleon?
Thank you. Middle name. Yeah. Scott Napoleon Dynamite. Allen.
Napoleon Dynamite is actually up taller. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. All right, here you go. Weird things people actually believed as kids.
Oh, I'm on the list.
Yes. I used to think there were little people inside traffic lights who press buttons to make them change from green to yellow to red.
This is true.
That would be a job for me.
Hey, Scott, you can be gainfully employed.
What do you do for a living? I press buttons. I thought I thought women got pregnant by overeating.
Eating watermelon seeds.
I told my mom to eat more so I could have a little brother.
I bet the talk was fun with that child.
Yeah. I thought that bank machines gave as much money as you wanted for free.
Oh, the good old days.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Couldn't we just go to the ATM, Mom?
Yeah.
Only reason why not everyone in the world had infinite money was credit cards were really, really expensive. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. I used to believe the teachers lived at school inside of their classrooms.
Yeah.
And they should.
And they should.
Wow. You do recall this is getting played in the school, right?
Oh. It was just a joke.
Okay.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen at the school, I am not with Scott on that one. Any complaints? Email Scott at KCHW.
You know what? Brandon did the same thing yesterday. He threw me under the bus on the podcast. I made a joke, and he was totally horrified and immediately gave my address.
I also signed you up for a bunch of AOL free trials with that email. So.
Oh, sweet.
Thank you, Brandon. Nothing like friends that got your back. That's like there was a rowdy person one night in the alley destroying people's property, and I went outside and confronted them, and my two buddies walked out the door with me, and when I got done, they said, "That was crazy. Why did you do that?" And I said, "Well, you guys are both really huge," because they both got like a foot on me. And I thought you got my back, and then I turned around and you're like 20 feet behind me. I had the same thing happen. I had a maintenance man for almost 300 pounds. I mean, just a huge beast of a man. And we've got a tenant. I'm managing a mobile home park in Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin.
And he's charging at us. So those of you just can't tell on YouTube, I'm a little guy. And my 300-pound maintenance man takes one clever step behind me. And then being a little guy at 5'4", you know what the first thought that came to my mind?
What?
Puffer fish! And I swelled up really big. All right. So
defense mechanism.
So what I'm saying here, folks, is I'm used to people not having my back.
Sorry.
All right, more things you thought as a kid. I thought if someone kissed me, we were married. I thought that 3 times.
Turns out, nope.
All right. When you eat an apple and accidentally swallow the seeds, an apple tree would grow inside you.
That's horrifying.
Oh.
That would be horrifying. That's worse than a watermelon growing.
My parents told a different version of that story. It was your ear.
Oh, it would
They would come out your ear. Don't eat them, they'll come out your ears. And that, as a kid, parents, I never did that to my kids, but as a kid, that really freaks you out.
Well, why don't they just tell them the truth? Guess what? Apple seeds actually have small amounts of cyanide in them.
Oh.
Yeah. So
What's
don't
that?
eat them.
It's poison. And then you wake up the next morning, there's a bunch of apple seeds in your food. Your kids didn't do that?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Brandon, want kids?
They have poison in them?
Apple seeds actually have small amounts of cyanide in them, yeah.
And what is it? Potatoes in the nightshade family, and that's why raw potatoes, if you eat enough of them, can kill you.
Yeah. Well, so elderberries grow all over this area. Don't eat them raw, folks.
Are they?
The seeds have cyanide in them.
I prefer younger berries.
Are those elderberries?
Not elderberries.
Are those Mormon berries?
No.
I'm sorry. Elderberries. I'm sorry, all my friends are Mormon.
That's a good one. At least one of them is.
Ah, Nancy came over from the church and she left a jar of elderberry jam.
See, it's fine after it's cooked.
Okay.
Elderberry jam is perfectly fine. After they're
After
cooked,
it's
they're fine.
cooked. All
Just
right.
don't eat the raw berries in large amounts. You'll find yourself throwing up.
I find I'm more palatable too after I'm slightly cooked. Just saying, fun and games. We haven't been doing any of that. No. Brandon's awful quiet this morning. Brandon, what happened last night?
No comment.
Because yesterday you were fine. So let's talk about this before we go into the fun and games.
Because I'm here.
Let's talk about this weird cold that's sweeping Chihuahua.
It's a plague.
What were you looking at behind me?
There's somebody in the back of a truck outside the window.
In the back of a truck?
Could be
Yeah.
a dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, can't see it.
They're workers. That's from Wasp at Found is moving a couple doors down.
Ooh.
And they've been taking supplies in there. And hey, if you, they are a nonprofit and they could use some help with a few things. We've thrown that out there a couple times last week. I don't think I brought it up. So if you're a plumber, you got a couple hours. You're a contractor, you got a couple hours. Good with your hands, good laborer, and you got a couple hours. They're getting their new store ready. So they actually moving from a building they rented to a building they purchased. So very nice. So if you can help them out, they are looking for help. And I lost my train of thought. The cold that's sweeping Chihuahua. Everybody's got it.
Yep.
What have we been doing?
I don't
I mean,
know.
we're all touching the same thing, apparently.
Well, that's pretty easy.
Oh, I got it from a customer at work.
Well,
You know,
you handle money.
I
You're sick
do,
every month.
and I knew exactly when it happened when I got exposed, though, because the dude opened his wallet, coughed and sneezed into his wallet, and then handed me the money.
Oh, nice.
And I was just sitting there going, "You've got to be kidding me!"
You shake it off.
And 2 days later,
Air
I was
dry.
sick.
Air dry.
I spent all of my days off sick.
Oh,
yeah,
that's horrible.
Yeah, that was not.
Brandon,
fun.
who gave it to you?
I can't trace it because my dad was sick, Jared was sick, my niece was sick. Everybody's sick.
Everybody around you was sick. How about Morgan though? Was she?
No,
Oh,
not
good.
yet.
Good.
And
Not yet.
and I'm a germaphobe. So like I wash the cart. If I've been somewhere where there's lots of people, I try to remember to use hand sanitizer, not touch your face. Usually use the cuff of my coat to open the door because colds are like almost deadly for me. So I don't want to get sick. This cold, when I started it, and you've probably heard the stories, I've been telling Gene about taking massive doses of vitamin C. I bet you in a 2-day period, I took close to 30 500 milligram vitamin C's. And I could feel like I was trying to get a cold, but it could never grab on.
Right.
And it's that whole thing of making your body alkaline with the acid. A virus can't grow in an alkaline environment. And I ain't no scientist, but at least for me, taking those huge doses, normally by now, I would have a massive chest cold, be off the air, maybe even be at the emergency room. Definitely using a nebulizer. That's the way my asthma is when I get a cold. I've just, today, each day I felt like I was starting to get one, and today I woke up and I was like, "Oh yeah, I did it."
Yeah. See, and thanks to you,
Then
Tommy.
he wakes up tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
Right.
and who knows? It could come back on me.
Yeah.
But
Well, and because you had told me about the massive amounts of vitamin C, because my immune system is pretty weak too. I'll get stuff pretty bad, and then it'll hang on for months. I started doing the vitamin C plus all the herbal remedies and stuff that I do, and that kicked it fairly quick.
I did not a lot of doses, but just to give you some credit too, I really did a few doses too of an herb thing concoction that
the
you make called
usnea.
usnea, and that's supposed to be kind of like a natural antibiotic, right?
Yeah,
So,
without side effects, without allergic reactions, and it's that helps.
And you put it under your tongue, right? And I do that, and it burns. Oh my gosh! And it's like I'm telling you, the burn means it's working. The burn means it's working.
Yeah, it does. It does. Because it's a tincture.
and then alcohol's the base, like vodka, right?
Yeah.
So it's real hard not just to grab the bottle and go, keep going, keep going.
Yeah,
keep
but
going.
don't.
I'm in Wisconsin, baby. Bring on the tea.
Yeah. So between that stuff and the vitamin C, I was able to kick it fairly quick, but I still avoid you, like I have the plague when I'm sick. And so that's why I was gone for another extra week for that long period of time. And yeah.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Throat spray is delicious.
That chloroseptic
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh. Do you get the
Oh my God,
do you
do
get
it
the
again.
gag reflex like a cat trying to throw up when
No,
you do
I
chloroseptic?
love that stuff.
Really? I do.
Yeah.
It's like
Do that like spray sound again. That was perfect. See?
Ooh.
Man, he's
Here,
got
under my arm,
skills.
Brandon.
He's got skills.
More sound effects from Brandon. Okay, you can do all the sound effects for today's Odd News at 8:30. All right, here we go. It's fun and games. Trivia for Brandon and Gene. How's that? It's competition.
Okay.
First one of these.
Wait, I got trivia for Scott. Who's in the Super Bowl?
What did I say yesterday? It's the Yankees and the Pirates.
Yay!
Really? I'm glad you asked Scott that because I have no idea who it was.
Gene, who's in the
Do
Super
you-
Bowl?
hold on, stop. Gene, do you believe the statement? Is that true or false? Yankees
I'm
and
thinking
Pirates,
it's
true.
false.
Okay, thank you. Scared me. Do you know what kind of team are the Yankees, Gene?
Baseball.
Yay!
All right, and what is the Super Bowl? What kind
It's
of sport?
football.
There you go. Yay!
I can actually use deductive reasoning. So who is it that's playing in the
Oh,
Super
by the
Bowl?
way, you're a flippin' dolphin. You know something. Sorry.
No, that's
all right,
fine.
all right. So it is the Los Angeles Rams. They're now back in Los Angeles,
Yes.
and the Patriots, right?
Yes.
Oh, they're
And-
going to bring back Deflate Gate.
Yes,
Yay.
yes. That's what they were asking me on the podcast for the Week in Review for News.
Should we take
that? Was the
bets?
closing of it? Them asking me football questions, and I played really stupid.
So should we take bets on if they're going to be deflating any of their?
I kept changing
the
my
balls
team
again?
because they'd have points by one team. Well, I mean, Collins' reason why LA would win is because they have three people that played at Eastern on the starting line, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that was
see.
so. That was
Yeah.
his reason. So, oh, I'm with Colin. And then he said, but, and Tom Brady's already won 6 Super Bowls, and I'm like, I'm with Brandon now.
So you're wavering back and
I
forth
am.
between
I
one
mean,
team and the
and
other.
I'm not even going to watch it. So, you know what I do during the Super Bowl? I go shopping because there's nobody at the store.
Oh, that's
Right.
true.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
true.
I do. I go get groceries and stuff. There's no lines.
I know my neighbor always has a huge Super Bowl party. Maybe I should crash that this year.
You know what's weird for me? I was a very unhealthy child, and I could never play sports actually, and so I never got into them. I love to go to a football game. I love to go to the Chihuahua games.
Yeah,
I
that's
love to go to. I
Chihuahua,
love
yeah.
to go to Spokane, and I love to go to a baseball game. One of my favorite things to watch is hockey, but it's all live. I could care less about watching. They say
On a
TV is
TV?
and they say TV is mindless. Sporting for me, I get nothing. And I know
Did you say
I'm like
sporting?
sporting events on television.
Okay.
That's what I meant was sporting
You
events.
were like sporting balls.
Sporting. It's just I've never had any interest watching that on TV except for golf.
You like golf?
No, I don't. It's a joke.
I love that awkward pause for a second.
Except for golf.
Hey, the only time I'm into golf, Happy Gilmore.
Okay. Yes. Exactly. That's the only time you want to watch golf on TV.
Watching Happy Gilmore and Bob Barker
Oh,
have the
yeah.
whole, beat down, that was priceless.
Wasn't that Tiger Woods and his wife?
That was when they played it out in real life. Okay. All right, we were sidetracked back to trivia. First question, and I'm gonna give out the hint to help Gene on this question.
What?
Yes, I'm gonna say I'm looking for a place, and I'm gonna say just because
Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
because he fits my mental definition of an all-American boy. I'm gonna say Brandon Hansen has never been to one.
What?
All
A
right?
rave.
There are no.
Oh, I have been to a rave.
Oh,
There are more than 3,875 of these across the U.S. And my guess is Brandon's never been to one. And my also guess is he will not admit if he has.
a house of prostitution.
You were close, strip clubs.
Oh, strip clubs.
Yes,
Okay.
3,800 of them across the country. Now,
How many are there?
3,875. And immediately when I said strip clubs, Brandon's hand went up over his face, if you're watching on the camera.
And he's blushing more than me for once.
All right, so I think we'll just move on to the next question. We definitely have the
I've never been to
answer.
one.
We've definitely have the.
Well, what?
I've never been to a strip club. Just so
Oh,
you
come
know.
on, Gene.
I
Gene,
thought you said you had been to one.
No, I've never
Gene,
been to one.
Working at one counts.
No, see, they would probably pay me to put my clothes back on. Just saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work for Chippendales. I was the joke that came out first. and the room goes silent. All right.
Okay, next one.
In a survey, 71% of men say they get more joy from this than expected. More joy from this than expected. 71% of men.
The opera?
And Gene, I can see the look on your face. I'm just going to say it up front. It's clean.
I was going to say, what?
Because I could just see your mind
Reading
going.
a newspaper in the bathroom while taking a poop? I mean...
71% of men say they get more joy than this than expected. Raising, anybody?
Raising a kid?
Exactly.
Oh.
All right. Raising kids. You know what? I grew up saying, I never want kids. I'm never going to have kids. Got married the first time. Never going to have kids. Don't want kids. Got married the second time. I got a kid. And
you ended up being a single dad.
Ended up being a single dad. And as any parent will say, best thing ever to happen in your life. So.
And she's a really cool person.
Which one?
Well, Lindsay, you raised Lindsay by yourself pretty much,
yeah.
and you did a good job. She's a good girl.
Thank you. She is a good girl.
Yeah.
All right. The second one's pretty good too.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, but you had help raising her.
Yeah, I had help.
Yes.
All right. Which came first, you guys? MySpace or Facebook? Oh, that's a close one.
MySpace.
I'm thinking MySpace too.
You're right. It did. 2003 for MySpace. Any guesses on Facebook?
2004.
You got it. How'd you know?
Because I was one of the first ones on it.
You were one of the first ones on it?
Do you still have the same account?
No, I switched it up.
It
was either that or delete thousands of college photos, and that would have taken forever.
I think it's
thousands of college photos. You didn't want incriminating evidence out there when you're job hunting.
Yes, exactly.
Or possibly a stalker account.
So that means that there were incriminating pictures of him on Facebook.
But not anymore.
I don't know if this will be tough or easy. Which came first, the Corvette or the Mustang?
Ooh, Corvette.
Gene?
I'm thinking the Mustang.
You're thinking the Mustang? I'm going to give it to Gene because Corvette came out in 1953, and I have no idea how long Mustangs have been on the planet.
So
in thousands of years, I'm guessing. They're a really cool horse, and you didn't ask the horse or the car. So I'm going to give it to Gene because Mustangs have been here longer.
This is outrageous.
Well, she is my usual co-host.
I won by,
a lie?
Yes.
A cheat? No, actually, Corvette 1953, Mustang 1964, way off, Gene.
So Corvette was right.
That was the obvious one, though, for guys, I think.
If I remember right, the Mustang was like the answer to the Corvette, right?
Yeah,
like Ford was like, we've got to figure this out, basically.
And it took them 11 years.
Well, it is Ford. So.
So which stands for?
Found on road dead. Driver returned on foot. See, I got it coming and going. See?
What's the other one? Fix or repair daily.
Yeah.
All right. Fix or repair. Now, I would say that about like some of their, especially their 90s cars. Fords.
What are you talking about? Those Tauruses are still floating around.
Yeah, a couple.
Oh, they're so
how
ugly.
many Tauruses do you see around Stevens County? It's like the car of Stevens County.
It is.
I mean, you got $300, you got a Taurus.
Yeah, you do. You have got the world at your fingertips.
With bald tires.
With bald tires. Missing headlight.
But it does start. So
it does.
Right.
All right. But I will say one thing though is throughout the years I've never been impressed myself. I know there's a lot of Ford people out there with Ford cars, but I will take a Ford truck any day.
Any day.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, wasn't it the Pinto that was the exploding one?
They've had a couple of cars that explode.
The Explorer, Exploders.
I had a Fairmont. They had a cool feature called the exploding catalytic converter. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah,
right
it
there
actually
kind of.
At first, it just caught fire. And it was my wife at the time. She's driving ahead of me. We had taken two cars for some reason. We came and we're going home, and she goes up over a rise on a hill where I can see. And as she rises, I see all these flames under the car, and I'm like, "Whoa, that's not good." And we're like 8 blocks from the house, so it was like panic getting her out of the car, and then trying to lay on the ground with a water hose, and Exactly.
Sorry.
Should we just leave her on by? Hey, me and Brandon are just going to leave you by yourself on that one.
Yep.
Couldn't resist. Okay, move on.
I think we've been shamed for being men. Gene is guilty of men shaming.
Isn't that usually what men do when they need to solve something? They just pee on it?
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So I'm just,
All right, we're going to go ahead and give you that one.
oh, it's on fire. Pee on it. How do you kill a fire when you're camping? Just pee on it.
Yeah.
I mean, really? I've been camping enough to know that men, oh, we got to put the fire out. Shh. You just pee on it.
Okay.
Brandon, you
No, I bring a bucket.
Okay, then the question becomes then, have you ever peed on a fire?
Well, yeah, but not.
I rest my case. Scott, have you?
Oh, more times than I can count,
See?
baby. Yeah.
I rest my case.
When you got a built-in water hose, what else are you going to do?
See?
That's
So,
right.
pee on a fire, pee on a flaming car.
Brandon wants to go again. I can tell when Brandon gets real uncomfortable. He goes, why do I come in on Fridays? I'm feeling all uncomfortable.
We love you, Brandon.
Yeah.
We do.
Don't crawl out of your skin. We've got one more question.
Okay, I will try to tone it down.
All right.
I will try.
What did come first? Frozen foods or canned foods?
Canned foods.
Yeah, I would say canned food.
Definitely. That's the easy one. 1810 for the canned food.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, 1810?
1922 for frozen foods.
Because they figured out in 1810 they needed to kill botulina, so they started canning.
So in 1810, but how good was that canned food in 1810? I can't imagine it was that good.
Oh, I don't know. Grandma probably was still doing pretty good then. It was probably glass jars canning. That kind of
Got you.
Glass
Okay.
jar.
I'm thinking little tin can. And,
No. I'm sure that they're referring to glass jars because that is canning.
Yeah.
Well, I remember reading, Civil War stuff in school, and they always complained about the food, so I figure canned food's probably not the best.
My mom had the bright idea one time when I was a kid. She canned a hamburger, and if you saw her opening one of
What?
those jars, just run. Yeah, I don't know what she must have had a bunch of. Yeah, she canned hamburger. It was just, they canned chicken, they canned fish.
Oh, yeah, I grew up, we would can chicken and rabbit and venison. And that's what we would can like crazy when I was growing up.
Can you do the can?
No.
No?
No. I can't even twerk.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do a legal ID, Gene?
It's KCHW Tooele.
Thank you.
For a sec.
That's pretty good.
Very legal. All
right.
Hooray!
Hooray! Coming up on 8 o'clock. I know it's Rockin' Out Friday, and this isn't a Rockin' Out Friday song, but, say what you will about Scott. He does like the Pet Shop Boys. And this song is actually for Brandon Hansen, because sometimes on a Friday he regrets being here. It's called, What Have You Done to Deserve This?